Hi.
Afternoon everybody and welcome back.
So this morning has been really busy. We was stopping in a different accommodation because the one we originally were staying in was full. So we've actually moved out of that one now back to the original one, which is a nice big clean, really modern room. So the sea seems really rough today. So the lifeguards are out en masse, blowing their whistle at people.
It's also very hot today. It's getting hotter by the day, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's really warm. And last night was like, oh, it was awful outside really. You just wanted to get back inside to the air conditioning.
Well, Mark did.
Yeah, I actually went back in and left Michelle on the balcony. So, last time we walked north on Agonda beach, and now today we're going to walk south. It's a really big beach, and so we're going to show you the south part. So up here is a bit busier. Not very busy, is it?
No, it is quieter than normal today because it is so hot.
Yeah, the sea is quite noisy, so I don't know how it's going to pick us up. But actually, the waves are pretty menacing, actually.
They are. The lifeguard just called two young boys to come in a bit closer. They're very on the ball with that, aren't they?
They are really like strict in a sense, but I suppose not being local, we don't really know what these currents are like. You know, you hear of people actually getting swept away in, you know, in England too.
Yeah.
So if they whistle, I think it's just best to do whatever they say.
Yes.
So over here on the beach, which we've got another video of a different beach where we saw the turtle laying its eggs, is where they keep the actual turtle eggs if they're laid on this beach.
Protect them, isn't it? It is to protect them.
It is, yeah. So some spotters will be out all the time, including the lifeguards, but at night too. And if they see the turtle, you know, they spot where the eggs have been laid. They then dig them back up and they put them in this special zone, which we've not actually been over to yet. This is our first close-up.
Beach, have we?
I think they label them with the date and...
I think so.
Anyway, let's have a look. It's probably a bit quieter actually over here.
Sand is hot though, isn't it? The sand is very hot.
It is very hard to walk on now with nothing on your feet. It's basically you got to dash and get to that sea as quick as possible.
Oh yes, look, it even says the number of eggs.
Oh wow. Pit number 75.
And the date.
So that had a lot of eggs. There must have been loads come up. That's 99 eggs.
Wow.
I see, that looks a big plot, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, actually, they've all got a lot of eggs though.
Yes.
Pit number 29, the 4th of Feb, has got 131 eggs in it. Jeez, the eggs, they must lay so many then.
111.
What? 102 in that one, just in this space, 102 eggs. That is crazy. There's 90 in this one.
It's all very controlled, isn't it?
Yeah. So they must have an idea when they are about to hatch, mustn't they?
Yeah, they do, I think.
It goes back to the 8th, the 3rd. Oh, I see. So the ones at the back, 17th of January.
Oh, sure.
Oh, we've got the 14th of January over there. I can see... Oh, maybe them ones come first then. Oh, I wonder if there's actually somebody who is in that hut who looks for them, yeah?
Because it's actually the Forest Department, Wildlife and Ecotourism of South Goa.
Oh, okay.
Marine Range.
So they really do look after them.
Yes.
As I say, in the previous video we've said about the, in Turkey that they do a very similar thing. But there it is definitely voluntary, isn't it?
It is.
And funded by not by the government. Whereas here, I think it's the government, don't you? Well, it must be from what you just read out on that sign.
Yeah.
Very impressive. But yeah, so many eggs. I wonder what happens then. I wonder if they go to another place once they hatch.
I have no idea.
I know. It'd be nice to see some.
Yeah, if anyone knows, let us know in the comments what happens in India to the turtle eggs after they've hatched.
Yes. So we've also got a video of the Agonda town, and we've shown you like a church, school, and we think that this is their sort of back garden, playing area, and it comes that gate there right onto the beach. So yeah, what a fantastic place to come to school.
And we heard from our owners of the homestay that the children are breaking up for a month's holiday today, aren't they?
Is
Here
that
in Agonda.
planned for the heat, do you think, too?
I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe.
Because when we first arrived, it was nowhere near as warm, was it?
No, in just over a week, it's got a lot hotter, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Okay, so let's walk the south, towards the south of Agonda Beach. So just over on the back of the beach there is a complex called, what's it called again, Michelle?
Orange Sky.
Orange Sky, yep.
Yeah.
And looks quite nice. They've got lovely tables, some palm trees giving the shade. But next door to it is some beauties.
Yeah, they look very new, don't they?
They're almost the size of a house, aren't they?
They are. In
So,
fact,
yes, go.
we live in a smaller space than that, don't we?
We do, yeah. Yeah. So obviously they probably let the bottom and the top separately, but they are very well built. Oh, there's some at the back of them too, actually.
The one on the end actually looks even bigger, doesn't it?
Oh wow, yeah. It is.
They're the same size, and then there's a bigger one.
It is wider.
Yes.
So if you're looking on booking.com and you fancy them, just find the Orange Sky, is it?
Yes, and we think it's right next door.
Yeah, and if it isn't part of theirs, because obviously it won't show it on their pictures, then just choose the one
Next door.
next door, yeah.
Because there is a fence going down the side, isn't there? So
Yeah.
we think it probably is a separate complex, don't we?
Yeah. Also, what we've seen on booking.com, some of these places are getting terrible reviews, but what we've seen, can't agree with them, can you?
No, I think that a lot of it reflects in the price that you're paying, doesn't it?
Yeah, so if you find one of these beach chalets for 50 quid a night, you know, it isn't going to be like these big ones.
No,
but
it's not.
I still think it'll be fine, to be fair.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
some of these are getting really like 6s, and
Yeah.
it's just people's expectations for 50 quid a night, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're probably got to be 100, haven't they?
Oh, I should say so, at least, because that one actually has got a big veranda on the back. The camera probably won't pick it up,
yeah,
but the
it is.
large one has got a huge veranda on the back.
Jeez.
So.
That is a beast of a one. And then next door to that, whether it's the same complex, we don't know. Looks like Lost something on the sign.
Okay.
Might be Lost in Paradise.
Oh,
Not really
that's
sure.
us. That's us, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They're obviously more older. They're like your garden shed.
Yeah.
But they've got air conditioning, they've got bathrooms. Nothing wrong with them at all, I'd say. Might be old-fashioned inside.
And it's a lovely location, right here on the beach. It's beautiful.
Yeah, beach bar there with the sunbeds.
We'll just show you the view again. So, obviously,
Yeah.
the left of us is the accommodation,
And then you
and that's the beach.
just come straight down, have your lovely warm dip, and then back to you'd run back to your terrace over there.
Yes. Very nice.
Very private.
Beautiful. And a very quiet beach. Lots of room.
So much room. We are used to finding these beaches, aren't we, Michelle?
We are, yeah.
But you normally have to trek or go out of season.
Yeah.
But this obviously is the Indian summer season for
Yes.
tourists, and don't know where everyone is.
But there's just so much beach, isn't there? There's so much of it.
I suppose so. And no like massive all-inclusive hotels. Well,
No.
I've not seen an all-inclusive hotel yet.
Not in this area, have we?
No. Probably north goer, yeah. We don't know though.
No.
So this is another complex that looked like got started.
Yeah.
Again, these are being made properly. Quite a few of them probably going to be very smart. Whether it came to a standstill in COVID times, I expect it did, because their tourism has suffered so badly. So yeah, I can only imagine that's the case.
There is starting to be a little bit of development and building. Again, only 1 or 2 story levels when I say development, but it is starting slowly again, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, they are starting to invest again.
Yes.
And then another one next door to that. So say sorry, we don't know the names of these places.
I saw the name of that one on the other side of the road.
Okay.
And I couldn't really pronounce it. Something like Margasisra or something.
Okay.
But we can take a photo on the other side of the road.
Margarissa, yeah, you're right. That's sort of a bar there, cafe bar.
Yes.
Again, some beds are there, empty. And then some of us next door, beneath them chalets, which is also a restaurant and bar. There is some people actually at them ones.
What's that called? I'll see.
No, it's too small. Silent Waves, I think.
Oh, yes, yes.
Or is it Silent?
Let's have a look. It's quite hard to read from here.
It is, yes. Silent Waves, bar and restaurant.
Okay, so that's that one. Looks nice, doesn't it?
And them chalets, they look pretty basically built, to be fair. They got tin, they're made of tin, but they look quite smart, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Silent Waves.
Again, most of the time there's a gentle breeze on here, isn't there? So makes it more bearable.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a more cluster now of bars and places to stay. There's the white ones over there. They look a bit older, but again they're fine. They've got sunbeds, they've got shade. Again, oh yeah, this is Cuba. I don't know Cuba what, but I can see a sign saying Cuba.
Yeah, I saw a sign on the other side of the road.
Okay.
Into Cuba. It's got a restaurant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few people there, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Yeah, quite a lot of activity there actually.
I should imagine it's quite popular from what we can see. And the beach huts, they've got quite a nice big balcony, haven't they? Look.
It's a good space, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Do you think the sunbed underneath is the one for you? Or is there a ground floor? No, there's no ground floor, are there?
I think you can choose whichever one you want.
Okay.
But I would probably say people generally go for the one that's
underneath their particular hut.
In front of, shall we say?
Yeah.
Their particular hut.
They look quite sweet, don't they?
They do.
I like them being up as well, you know, so you're off the sand.
Yes.
So then, by the time you've walked to your particular one, you're not taking sand in everywhere.
No.
The posher ones though do have like a little shower outside where you can do your feet. I'm not talking about a proper shower, but a little hose. It's like one of the toilet hoses actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've touched on this, but in India, a toilet paper isn't the norm.
No.
I mean, it's in every place we stay.
Yes.
It's provided and you can buy it.
I think it's for the tourist, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So at the side of the toilet, they have a hose with
A jet thing on.
yeah, so you press it with your thumb. It's something like you have in a nice kitchen where you could wash the dishes with, you know, like a bit of power.
But instead you wash your bum. They call it a bum wash.
Yeah, so you get hold of this shower thing and you put it under you and you squirt. Now some of them are really powerful,
Yeah.
other ones aren't.
Yeah.
So it gives you a good old jet in,
Yeah.
and then that's it. You're clean,
Yeah.
basically.
It's a handheld version of a bidet, shall I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark knows more about it than I.
Yeah, I find it really good. I must admit, although some of them you don't want to touch. That is the problem.
Yes.
The place we're staying now, it's all nice and new, and this looks, the one in here looks really clean.
Yes.
And where we've just been looks clean too. But some of them, they've gone rusty,
Yeah.
and you don't know if they're clean.
They're properly clean, yeah.
So you don't want to use it then? No.
No. So you won't be using one on a train then, Mark?
I didn't look, you know, if the train had one, but it will have, won't it?
It will. Every toilet has one.
So we might be going on another train at some point. So I'll make an effort to go in, have a good look to see if there is one of these
And
squirty things,
Show you the bum wash.
and see what condition it is on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they have a good bleaching, they're probably fine.
Right.
So yeah, this is one of the lifeguards, little hut things. But again, they're still showing a red flag. So they're just saying basically, must be pretty rough, mustn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's-
lots of doggies on the beach.
Some of
again.
the dogs that are local. Oh, look.
Cool down.
He's having his cool down. Really, they really know how to look after themselves, these dogs. Hooray, there he goes, look. Loves it. They come down about now, don't they?
Yes.
And the same with the cows. There's the time when they come as the sun is starting to dip.
Yeah.
It's probably about 4 o'clock now, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
And
They-
suddenly you get the cows. They just appear. Loads of them though.
Yeah.
And then they stay until it's dark, and then they roam back to
The streets, don't they?
wherever they want to roam, really.
Yeah. We've watched the dogs and the cows do their walk to and from the beach, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
It's quite funny to watch.
There was a poor cow yesterday though, a female one, being chased off the beach by 3 males who were a bit randy.
Yeah. She wasn't keen, was she?
So she managed to get past us and like past onto the main road, I expect. So whether she escapes or not, I think she might have, you know, but once she
Yeah.
got through there. But yeah, she was having none of it, was she?
No, she wasn't.
Randy old boys.
Yeah.
Oh. And again, all along here are different places. There's a surf school over there.
Uh-huh.
That one's called Rama, I think. Rama maybe beach huts, looks nice. So something else there under construction. And then we have the only rocks in this part of the sea, really. Quite a nice sort of thing to look at. Something to sunbathe around there.
I hadn't noticed the ones on the beach before.
Okay.
And it's got a lovely view in front of us. I love that view.
I know.
Fantastic. Isn't it?
Yeah. So the other side of this cove, in between here and Palalem, is Leopard's Cove. It's where there could be discos on at the weekend, I think. I can't really imagine still that many people come.
No, no.
But that is the disco beach. But also it's called Leopard Beach, of course, because there are leopards in this forest
Yes.
or jungle, don't know what you want to call it, and lots of monkeys. We haven't seen any. I want to.
No. We've had a couple run across the road when we've been on the moped, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We didn't catch them
No,
on camera.
they were too fast, weren't they?
And somebody told us there's an abandoned hotel in there that they were building, like a big hotel. Many years ago though, nothing to do with COVID. And now it is like a really spooky place to go and see.
Oh.
But they, you know, snakes and leopards, monkeys, not the friendliest of things, are they?
No, no.
Oh, so here's one we did see on booking.com. Nana's Nuke. Now we really fancied this one. It was a good price. Can't remember exactly, but maybe 30 to 40 a night. But when we looked into it more, no air conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, they look really nice and clean.
They do, they look very cute. But
And it's supposed to have a really good vibe about the place.
Yes.
But, oh, I'm so pleased we had the aircon.
yeah, yeah.
It's too hot, isn't it?
Did they have a fan? I can't remember.
Yes, they did.
Just a fan?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a fan. And there's some of these, again, they look quite older and basic. People don't always have aircon though, do they?
No.
Some people don't like aircon.
No, but you get a bit hot and sweaty, don't you?
You certainly do. Oh, there's some more coming up now that I recognise off booking.com too. Saxony.
Oh yes, yes.
Again, they were affordable.
Yeah.
They could be the ones that I'm on about with a really bad review. But they look absolutely fine.
Yeah. But then we've thought that before, and sometimes when you go inside they're not that great, are they?
You never know, do you? So, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
They do have some curtains to get the sun off your balcony, off your veranda.
Oh yeah, they do.
So.
In fact, I think all of this is Saxony, the whole thing.
Okay.
Because even though there's some white ones in the middle, I reckon that's all Saxony.
So are the white ones a bit newer, do you think?
Maybe. Oh, see, nearly caught us there.
Yeah, they do look a bit old though, don't they?
Yeah.
But obviously they're popular still, because they seem to be all full, don't they?
They do, yeah.
All being used.
Yep. And you are, look, right on the beach. Them steps, they come out of them, and bosh, you're here.
Because, I mean, obviously, you know, we have heard of people that they do use the cheaper accommodation, the really cheap accommodation, because then they can just stay for longer and longer, can't they?
Absolutely. Once you've got your flight here, if time isn't important and if you can work from home or you don't need to, then find the cheapest accommodation which is suitable.
Yeah.
You could stay for 6 months, couldn't you?
Yes,
You could.
yeah.
You've got a 3-month visa, but I think you can extend it when you're here.
And if you don't drink alcohol, I think that you know, in some places you can eat really quite cheap. So, you know, some people will have a really small budget, but then it's just so they can stay longer and longer. And I think there's something for everybody, really, isn't there?
Absolutely. Yeah, your budget here could be £1 a day.
Yeah.
Because also there's a tiny bit of street food here,
Yes.
which is going to be probably 50 rupees for a dish of some pan puree type stuff, and a lime soda probably going to be 30.
And
So
samosas are very cheap, aren't they?
samosas are 15 rupees, 15p.
Yeah. And they're
So-
quite big, aren't they?
You could do £1 a day, couldn't you? Each person.
Yeah.
You could.
I mean, the samosas are about twice the size of what you get at home, aren't they?
They're humongous.
Very filling, stuffed with filling.
2 of them, it does you, doesn't it?
It
really
It
does.
does.
Oh yeah, so we've just passed a couple who have got the most amazing sunshade. I'm just going to turn back. So that is the sunshade of all sunshades, basically. You can't get a parasol here. You can't go to a shop and buy a parasol.
No.
And not just here, we've been to quite a few beaches now.
Yeah.
You cannot buy a parasol.
And we've asked, haven't we?
We have.
We've asked. So you have your parasol with your sunbeds at bars, don't you?
Which you can go for free as long as you buy a drink.
Yeah.
And they're not that pushy, to be fair.
No, they're not. They're not at all.
You know, it's not like where we have been in Gran Canaria, Tenerife, where they want you to buy stuff constantly. Here, I'm sure if you buy a beer for £1 and a lime soda for 50, 60p, I don't think they book you, do they?
They don't, not at all. But then you can't buy one of your own, can you? A parasol
No.
of your own, as we said.
Oh yeah, so going back to that superb parasol, whatever you want to call it, sunshade. I'm sure they must have brought it with them, or they've got a holiday home here.
Yes.
Because you can't buy that, can you?
No.
It's impossible.
So we think it'll just hold up, don't they?
So again, little tip, if you have got room and you bring in a bit more luggage, remember most India flights you can bring a lot of luggage. You can bring hand luggage, personal luggage in the actual cockpit too.
Yeah.
Plane, sorry. And then also you're allowed two suitcases. I can't remember what up to, about 40 kilos, could be wrong, could be a bit more. So one of them will fold up, it will have pegs, you know, the poles will go small. So if you're really thinking of coming and you want to bring your own shade, which is what we actually like,
Yeah.
then bring your own basically. If you can fit one in, bring it in. Right, we've been to this bar here. What's that one called again? Welcome Royal Agonda. Yeah, Royal Agonda.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they've also got chalets behind that. Look quite nice actually. And we've had a beer there, some drinks.
Yeah.
Did we eat it all?
I
Sure we had something.
Did we? Oh, I can't remember. It seems like ages ago now, and it's only just over a week ago.
Yeah, I know.
We,
I can't remember, but anyway, it looked good. And people were eating there in the daytime. It's more of a daytime eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the food looked really fantastic.
We may pop that there for a drink in a bit.
I think we will today, you
Yes.
know? Yeah.
After we've been to the end of the beach
Okay.
to show everybody.
So this is where you get your boat trips. There are boats along the beach that normally has a lad in it where you can ask him for a trip. We haven't yet, but we've still got five days, I think.
Yeah.
Not cheap if you're doing it as a two, because they sit about 6 or 8. So again, if you got talking to some people who had just arrived, I'm sure you could sort of say, do you fancy a boat trip?
Yeah.
Split the cost by 6.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember what someone said, about 8,000, 60 to 80 £.
Yes.
But then 6, get that down to a tenner per couple, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
No, but 10, 20 £, per couple. Yeah, that one seats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one sits about 8 or 10.
They do have life jackets, don't they?
Yeah, oh, that one, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's a 12. But people do go out in them on their own, because really, compared to Europe, for 60 quid for the whole boat,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen for a few hours, is it?
No.
I think they are out for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's very good value for money.
It's nice and breezy, but not cold
Mhm.
on there, isn't it?
You certainly get a nice bit of burn, I reckon, out there. And they go to about 5 or 6 places. There's one at Pebble Beach, isn't there?
Yes.
By the fort that you'll see on our moped video.
Yeah.
We hired a moped for 3 days. That's a good one. We went to a fort in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it turns out that is one of the boat trip places. I think that's called Pebble Beach. There's Butterfly Beach, not because it's got butterflies, but it's in the shape of a butterfly. Paradise Beach, I think, is another. Everywhere's got a Paradise Beach. And a lot of these boats have names too. Lord Ganesha. We was in Kanyakumari, the most southern point of India, and the boats had some amazing names like Jesus and Lord, and you know, quite religious names. I think obviously to try and keep them safe when they're out in the high seas.
So that one's Lord Ganesha
Oh, Lord Ganesha.
over there.
Yeah. That one, is it Rudram? Rudram, I think.
Okay.
And that one, Vailankani. Vailankani, I think it says that. Yeah, if you see a short of our video in Kanyaki Mari, I think it's a short though, there it shows a guy on a open canoe, old type canoe.
Oh gosh, yes.
And he's in humongous waves.
Yes, because it's where the three oceans meet, isn't it?
And
the three seas meet.
He does an amazing job. Obviously he does it every day of his life.
Of course.
To us it would look like impossible to get around this headland.
Yeah.
But he did within seconds, didn't he? Really?
He did.
Big boat too.
A small man, but very strong.
Yeah. So this little area here, we've been down here before on the weekend. This is where a lot of the locals come and sit between the rocks. We've seen groups of lads, haven't we, playing their loud music.
Yeah.
You know, not bad though. Nothing like other places we've seen.
And then family had tables all set up, didn't they? And even had their metal cooking pots on them.
They did.
That's how you picnic in India on a Sunday.
Absolutely. And these trees, once the sun is at a different level, obviously generate a bit of shade, small amount. So yeah, this is a lovely bit of the beach, and these rocks, very photogenic, this sort of area.
It is, it's lovely. We have seen on other beaches though, where on the rocks they have signs saying no selfie points.
Oh, there's one up here, you know. There's one here, we'll show it here, yeah. Yeah, there is.
To stop people climbing on the rocks and falling. But
it's the most bizarre sign we've ever seen. We've seen it in other bits of India too. And the first one we saw was like, what the hell?
yeah.
And it is because they love a selfie.
They do.
They love a photo, don't they?
But then they're going to go and have a selfie on the rocks anyway, aren't they?
Exactly.
Because they do love that.
And it's lovely to see them taking the photos, isn't it?
It is.
Because you see the families all trying to get in one. They want the photo with you, but also then they ask you if you can take some photos for them, which is all like really kind. And we've had so many taken this trip, haven't we?
We have.
By people offering to use our camera and to actually do us a few pictures.
We felt a bit like celebrities in places, haven't we?
We have, yeah. So yeah, this is the one of the signs up here. Someone having a sunbathe there, a bit of shade, look, from the trees. Again, it's quite a peaceful little area, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the sign up there, I'll probably have to read it to you. It's dangerous, slippery rocks, no selfie zone. If I wasn't holding the camera, I'd go up there. But yeah, these signs aren't unusual, not at all. And it isn't that slippery, really.
Well, there is a little tiny beach just over the rocks, isn't there? A tiny one that we can't really see because the rocks are in the way, but people climb over the rocks and go onto that bit of beach.
Oh yeah, there's a little footbridge. I'll just go up actually. I'll just give Michelle the bag and I'll just show you the other beach.
Be careful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is a bit slippery actually. So look, there's sort of a homemade type bridge here. If it looks safe or not. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, look, this is a no selfie zone. You're not allowed to do a selfie. And then just over this yonder there is another little cove. Yeah, lovely views. And I'll take it back what I said. It's really slippery. I think you'll definitely be better off in bare feet, to be perfectly honest. And this could make a right fool of myself. And maybe no more camera. Very true, Michelle.
I'm a bit clumsy, aren't I?
Just a tad clumsy. I'm just going to jump off this bit. Yeah, okay, made it. You can see why the sign's there now.
Yeah.
If only I was 10 years younger, eh? So basically that is the south side of Agonda Beach.
Yes.
And what a fantastic beach it is.
Yeah, it's lovely, and lovely views, beautiful views.
Yeah, it goes, I don't know how many miles the whole beach is.
No.
But yeah, it takes a bit of time to walk, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes we walk all the way from the top to the bottom and then back to the middle when we where we are located, don't we?
We do. So we got another 5 nights here, we think.
Yes, yeah.
And then we've changed our plan now. We're not going to go to North Goa.
No.
We're going back to Goa Airport.
Yes.
We're going to
We're going to fly to
Udaipur. But first of all, we can't fly directly to Udaipur, so we've got to fly to Mumbai first. Wait 3 hours, 3 hours 20 minutes actually, and then we get a flight from Mumbai to Udaipur. And then Udaipur for quite a few nights. There's a lot to see, some lakes, some beautiful architecture again. So this is back in the north, more north of India, is it Rajasthan?
Yes, yes.
So then from Udaipur, we'll try and get some transport. It'd be nice if we can get some cheaper transport than a private car, because it's a 5-hour drive. Then we'll go to Jodhpur. Again, a really old place, lots to see. Quite a few days there. And then we'll take a private car probably to, I can't say it. What is it, Michelle?
I think they call it Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer? Is it?
Jaisalmer.
Yes.
So there's a really old place on the edge of a desert. So we'll have quite a few days there. Might do other trips from there. And then we go back to Jodhpur. And then we fly back to Mumbai.
Yes.
That's the end of that section then.
Yes, so we're quite excited, aren't we?
Yeah. Rather than keeping on the beach at North Goa,
Yeah.
we changed our mind.
Yes, we did.
This is the good thing about not having too much booked in advance, isn't it?
It is,
You do need a couple of weeks in advance, but you can just then change your mind if you haven't booked too much. Unfortunately, we did have a flight to... we had a flight booked
from Goa to Mumbai, didn't we?
on the 23rd of March.
But we've decided to change that, haven't we?
Yeah. And there is a fee, but it isn't too horrific.
No.
And yeah, I just think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, beach life is fantastic, but when you've done so much exploring, it's quite addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to do some more, don't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the plan, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But we'll still do a few more around here. We might have another moped as well for another couple of days.
Yeah.
And yeah, keep watching.
Yes, we're now we're gonna go to the bar, the Agonda, Royal Agonda that we showed you, and we think we're gonna treat ourselves to a drink, don't we?
Oh, like the sound of that.